It's a brand new day.
That's right.
Stephanie J.
The day that the Lord has made.
Okay, let's go. Yo, let the song play. What? Listen up, what you gotta say. Spin a hit, get with it. It's your daily bread. Word is out from the mouth. What's it all about? Powerful coming through. Wanna get with you. Another opportunity for a positive change. Do the stain. Get your brain rearranged. A minister from Philadelphia. Bible teacher and a preacher. Seeker. Get your gun on gospel songs. Words born like a cross. She carries on.
Gotta keep it
brand new day. Stephanie J. Listen up, word up. What I got to say. Yo, what I got to say. Talking about the Stephanie J. Yo,
That's me.
She had your attention for about an hour. She can shower with this gospel power. Seeking what you need to know. Take it from the radio. She got the good gap to go. Tally ho, tally ho, tally ho.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time is most appropriate as you are now tuning in to a brand new day with Stephanie J. I am your host, Stephanie J. So delighted to be with you and to have just another opportunity to talk with you on this day. And what day is it? It is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And when I said that, the song that we used to sing for, devotional time and service came back to me when we used to sing, "This is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it." And actually, Fred Hammond has a remake of that. It was on one of my old CDs. Haven't heard in a long time, but anyway, it was a real upbeat song to sing during, testimonial time. So what does it mean to rejoice, Stephanie J? Well, the dictionary, I'm going to tell you, it says to experience joy and gladness in a high degree, to be exhilarated with lively and pleasurable sensations, to exalt. And my acronym for rejoice is reach every day for the joy offered in Christ to everyone. How's your day going thus far? I hope everything is good on your end. And yes, I've had a great weekend. Really, really great weekend. But I have a question. Did anybody else get lost in time like I did? Yes, we know on November the 1st, the clock went back 1 hour. I was fully aware of that. I saw it somewhere when we were out on Friday. Friday, I had a great time. We did some venturing off, and I don't know what it is. I've been in Maryland quite a bit lately. I go to some areas in Maryland, but this time I ventured off and went really deep into a part of Maryland that I had never been to. Beautiful, beautiful neighborhoods and homes and everything. But then they have a complex over there with some stores and things. And there's a place over there called the Main Event. I had never heard of it until recently. And went inside, and there's it's like a family center. So those of you that are looking for some sort of entertainment, a few weeks ago we went to Dave and Buster's over in Maryland, and this place was actually pretty cool. They have family bowling and all kinds of arcades, and there's a food, and they have pool tables, and just some good, clean fun for the fam. I think I've been having cabin fever lately because we just been, breaking out as things, come open more. And, there was just so many places that we were unable to go. And even when things started to open up, there were just places I just was like, nah, I'm, not feeling that, not sure about that. But just had a really great time. Got in very late on Friday. Saturday was, pretty normal. We were out and about, but just not too much venturing. And then somewhere between that time and this morning, I lost a day because I woke up thinking that today was Monday. And I was even talking and making plans in terms of, today is Monday, so we need to do this and we need to do that. And I started to write in my calendar. What I had been doing was transferring some old information from an old planner into my new one, bringing it up to, the date in October. And maybe that had something to do with it, but I filled in the day like it was Sunday on yesterday. And I just totally missed it. And then I'm getting ready to tell my son, like, okay, so your lessons and he's just looking at me kind of quizzical, kind of puzzled. And then it's like, today is Sunday. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but it really did feel like Monday to me. But either way, it's okay. It's all good because it is a good day. And before I get started, let me just read off my list here of all of the places my podcast can be heard. I'm not going to take the time to type it out right now. A Brand New Day with Stephanie J can be heard on Anchor, Spreaker, Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Overcast, Castbox, Google, Apple, Geo7, JIOSAAVN, and it is on iHeartRadio. Reset Today with Stephanie J, Spreaker, Spotify, Deezer, Geo7, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, Facebook, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. And thanks so much to everyone that is involved with podcasting, those who set up the platforms, those who, make the apps available, everybody that's involved. Let me just give you a round of applause. Thank you so much for all that you do. And thank you so much, listeners. Those of you who take the time to listen, not just to a Brand New Day or Reset, to podcasters out here who had a dream to have a show, and for whatever the reason we did not or could not go into broadcasting or, all of that. I just want to give you a round of applause as well. Yes, thank you very much. I am feeling very grateful and very honored just to be able to do something that I enjoy doing. And so I'm going to pick up where I left off, still in the prophecy series, prophecy, promises, and problems. Because yes, there will be problems. Really, as long as we're on this side, there's always going to be problems, and we're always going to have to combat them. I also wanted to mention that, earlier I was listening to a message. There's a pastor that I connected with their ministry roughly maybe about 8 years ago. And I had an opportunity to speak with him a few times. They're based in Atlanta. And so I listen, I support the ministry. I used to join in with their prayer calls. I believe they still do them, sowing into the vision for Dunamis Tabernacle. And also I purchased his books. He and a young lady named Maisha Hunter wrote a book some years back entitled The Organic Gospel. It is an awesome book. She passed away a few years ago. And he also has a book entitled The Jesus Cult. And I have both of those books. I would definitely recommend them, especially the Organic Gospel. Just gives you a complete picture of the gospel in even what the Apostle Paul calls the simplicity of the gospel. And they do a live stream on Sundays, and he has probably about 1,000 or more messages on their ministry website, which is Omega Ministries, I believe .org. And I'm telling you now, he is not for the faint of heart. This is like real deal teaching and preaching, dealing with real issues, the real devil, the real enemy, real issues in our society. And so just putting that out there for anyone who is interested. I am not a member or anything like that. I am not being paid or asked to give out this information. I just feel led to, and whosoever will. I'm going to play a prophecy that came. I already told the story, I think maybe 2 episodes prior, or the last one, about how I was led to attend this ministry. I had attended first when I was 35. It was on my 35th birthday. And then 12 years later, the Lord brought this ministry to me. And I got up this Sunday because I looked online and saw that they were having an afternoon service that I believe it was like 4 o'clock over in another part of Alexandria. And so I went, and after the service, husband and wife team, it's a prophetic ministry. So they were standing in the back greeting and talking to people, first time people and things like that. And they will pray with you, and, the Lord gives them a word or whatever, they will speak it. And what they like to do is have you record it. If you have something to record on, or they will record it and, send it to you so that you can have, that word. And so I have it, and I just want to play it. And the pastor's name was Pastor Shawn. I'll be back after this.
Thank you for listening to Stephanie right now in the name of Jesus. And I just thank you, Lord, for this woman of God. And I'm just seeing you as you are someone, you are a worshiper, you are someone who likes to praise God. And in the past, and I'm hearing God says that, Stephanie, you are one that worship me even through the trials and tests. And even what Apostle Gail says, that you have grown into a new level and become mature in me through some trials and through some tests. And God says that I have matured you as you've gone through the trials and tests effectively. And God says that now it's time for you to, I'm going to bring you to the forefront of what I've called you to do. And God says that you have been one that have sought me in this season, and you have sought me even in the season of going through some tough times. But God says you have sought me. God says you will remain faithful. God says that you will remain steady in my presence. And God says that you have some gifts inside of you, some prophetic gifts that I'm going to bring up in this season. And God says that the prophetic intercessor is going to come up mounting in you, because you love to pray not only for people and stand in the gap, but you also like to pray for nations and like to pray and see things move. And God says that you've done that, and I put that gift inside of you. And God says I'm going to continue to use you in that gift. God says that I'll be waking you up in the night seasons and giving you assignments to pray for. And God says that there's going to be assignments that I've given you for nations and also people. And God says that even God says that He has prophetically moved you to pray for even leaders of nations, and God says He will continue to do that. And God says He's pleased with you, and God says He's pleased with how you listen to my voice and you obey my voice. And God says that Continue to do that. Continue to practice my presence. And God says, I'm even going to bless you even in the financial realm. Because God says that I have many places that I'm going to